I am JVM Om Shankar Yadav, Assistant Professor, Department of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Yuti Vidyapith Women's University, Jaipur. My subject is agronomy and today's topic is dryland agriculture. Dryland agriculture is as old as agriculture. In India, it is most important in agriculture. The dryland importance is as the total geographical area of India is 328 million hectare, in which the 85 million hectare is under in dryland agriculture. So importance is more. The total irrigated area is 40% and 60% area is under dryland conditions, and the production are received by irrigated land is 60% and 40% production, total agricultural production are received from the dryland agriculture. So importance is very high, and the total cultivated area, net cultivated area is 143 million hectare, in which 175 million hectare under degraded land, 85 million hectare under dry land farming. So dryland agriculture is very important in agriculture. If I use all full potential of irrigation resources, then 50% land is under dryland farming. So dryland agriculture is most important in Indian agriculture. Dryland farming mostly divided in three categories. First is dry farming. Dry farming. Second is dry land farming. And third is rain-fed farming. These three categories of dryland agriculture, in which the rainfall, crop duration and the agroclimatic region are different. In dry farming area, where the crop is grown in area which received less than 750 mm annual rainfall, means the crop cultivation in areas where the annual rainfall is less than 750 mm per annum. These areas mostly in arid region. These areas falls on arid region area where rainfall is 750 mm below, and the crop growing season is less than 75 days. Means the moisture are available for the crop growth is less than 75 days only in the year, and the moisture conservation practices are most important practice in dry farming area for crop production, and the short duration crops which mature in 75 days are grown in this area, and the mostly monocropping practice are common in dry farming area. So in dry farming area, annual rainfall is 750 mm, below 750 mm, crop growing days are less than 75 days, mostly common in arid regions, and monocropping are adopted in dry farming areas. And then next is dry land farming. Dry land farming area where the crop are grown in the area where the annual rainfall received from 750 mm to 1150 mm annual rainfall. An immediate area where the rainfall is more than 750 mm and below 1150 mm. In this area, the mostly crop growing season is crop growing day is 75 to 120 days. Means the moisture are available to crop in 75 to 120 days. So most of crops are grown in this area and mostly in a semi-arid and semi-humid area are falls in this category. So in a dryland farming area where the crop are grown, double cropping or mixed cropping are grown in this area. And third category is rain-fed farming. Rain-fed farming, the crop are grown in the area where the annual rainfall more than 1150 mm and crop growing season is more than 120 days. So in this area, there is no limitation of moisture. Crop is grown abundantly and these area are falling humid area. Humid area, and in this area the drainage facility, drainage practice is necessary. So in this area, rain-fed area, is no moisture scarcity, but the drainage practice are necessary. And next, the problems of dryland agriculture. In dryland area, main problem is moisture deficit. Problems or constraints to crop production in dryland area. Many problems are the cumulative effect of different problems which are grouped in climatic constraint, second is soil related constraints, third is traditional cultivation practices, fourth is heavy weed infestation, fifth is lack of improved varieties, and sixth is socio-economic constraints. In climatic constraints, so these are problems in dryland agriculture, and discuss about this in next class. Thank you.